Welcome everyone to my first official recording for the channel, I suppose. And it's a game that, holds a special place to me for different reasons.
Well, quite a lot of people except me. I still haven't played the game.
Oh, trust me, Dweebs, you're not the only one.
Yeah, of course. Me too. Of course, I've played this game when it first came out.
I mean,
and I still love it.
You either haven't played, love this game, or completely hate. But either way, you have heard of it somehow.
Yeah.
Okay,
Can I just actually get this out of the way right now? I hate how when people usually talk about how supposedly overrated this game is, they never actually give any actual good reasons to back up their argument. They just say it's overrated. Like a lot of the reasons I hear actually is just, oh, Claude is just a stupid emo long-haired gay guy. No, he's not.
He isn't.
No, he isn't. You fuck. You haven't played the. If that's what you think of Colin, you haven't played the game. I'm sorry.
It sounds like they're basing him off of his Kingdom Hearts persona more than his actual.
In the meantime, I would actually want to point out that this is an actual game for the PS1 that doesn't have crappy FMVs. It actually
Spider-Man
has
PS1
decent
with
FMVs. Also, Dweebs, say hi to one of the characters you will be voicing.
You've got to be kidding me.
Wait, you're having him voice error? I thought you would have Shiroi voice
I play
error.
the person that gets
No,
stabbed.
Shiroi will be Tifa. That's why we see that.
Okay.
All right, fine. But
I had that horrible feeling in the back of my mind you're going to have me voice her.
don't worry. She dies at the end of the first.
Anyway, spoilers.
Oh, everybody knows that.
Well, this
Those-
game's
I
like
know,
15
just
years
I'm
old.
fucking with you.
And yet it doesn't stop them from shipping Cloud with Aerith more so.
Anyway, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Final Fantasy VII.
But yeah, like I was saying,
Game.
just allow me to finish up my thought. I still stand by the fact that the main reason why people keep talking about how supposedly overrated this game is just because it's popular, and things that are popular need to be taken down a peg for some reason.
Which is funny, I've heard that a Final Fantasy VIII is apparently popular shield, yet from what I've heard
Final
from
Fantasy VIII is kind of a special case, but I'm not going to get into that.
So, the Hogwarts Express has arrived.
Yeah, and it's full of fists.
All right, Jova, it's you and me, buddy.
Alright then.
Isn't the red bandana guy?
Not entirely now.
Which red bandana
So,
guy?
meet our main protagonist.
Cloud
He will say
Stripes.
his name later.
Come on, newcomer, follow me.
But first, stealing from that body.
Come on, hurry up. We don't have all day.
And basically, here's one of the main things. This game introduces right from the get-go to the battle system.
Out of my way.
It's interesting. When we eventually do Final Fantasy XIV Part 1, I'm going to go on about how Final Fantasy XIV tries to replicate the awesomeness of this opening and fails horribly at it.
Yeah, I have to agree.
Yeah.
I apologize
if I may.
if there's some frame rate issues, but yeah, it's my recorder screwing up sometimes, but that shouldn't be, that much a problem.
Don't worry, audience. When I do Final Fantasy VIII, I'll be recording it on the PS3, so there will be no problems.
Whoa, you used to be in Soldier, right? Not every day you find one in a group like Avalanche.
Dwips.
Soldier, aren't they the enemy? What's he doing with us in Avalanche?
None of your business.
Hold it, Jesse. He was in Soldier.
He was fired because
He quit them and now he's one of us.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm
Didn't
so tempted.
catch your name.
I am so tempted to not, bring up the Final Fantasy XIV parallels, but it's getting really hard.
Well, I
am legend.
I don't care what your names are. Once this job's over, I'm out of here.
Yeah, Cloud's an asshole in the first part if you don't get it.
Well, that's kind of his arc, Our target is the North
He gets
Koreator.
better.
Aim it on the branch in front of it. I pity the fool who doesn't obey my orders.
You will obey my orders or I will punish you.
Ex-soldier, don't trust you. And by the now
he's
select
Mr. D of this game.
now select what name.
Mr.
Now select what's
Yeah.
my name because I forgot about it.
Yeah, and also keep that in mind, folks. A Mr. T like character being a crucial part in a plan of blowing stuff up.
By the way, is it sad? Is it sad that I actually find this game's visuals more appealing than the visuals of Lightning Returns?
No,
Yeah.
it's not. You know what's sort of weird though, Zeklo? This is probably my favorite cast of the
Oh,
Final
hold
Fantasy
on.
ones.
Here's the thing that was hilarious when I was doing it. Yeah, Bench, you could just, camera, can you just be a little more high here? You're kind of obstructing the visuals.
Camera obstructions for the win!
When it comes to a turn-based JRPG, it doesn't really matter.
I don't care because, it's still visible, but it's just hilarious.
So the characters here are just holograms.
Well,
this is a remainder.
you just-
This is a remainder from Final Fantasy VI, Dubs, because in Final Fantasy VI, it was the same thing every time you killed someone.
I'll secure the escape passage. Concentrate on the mission cloud. Jeez, we're really gonna blow this huge furnace up? This'll be something to see.
Don't you mean a sight to behold?
No.
No, he said really sad to see. And music
So yeah,
I know.
So yeah,
was-
fortunately, unlike 14, they're actually going to explain to us what's going on. Yo, this is the first time in a reactor.
No. After all, I did work with Shinra, you know.
Is there any group this guy hasn't worked
It's
for?
pronounced Shira. The planet's
Shinra.
full of Mako energy. People here use it for every day.
Yeah.
It's the lifeblood of this planet, but Shira keeps sucking the blood out of these weird machines.
You do know that machines don't leak blood, right? I'm not here for a lecture. Let's just hurry.
That's it. You're coming with me from now on, so I'll get myself in your pocket. That.
Ew.
Okay, so you got to my
And since Barrett, I'm placing Barrett in the rear row for a specific reason. You'll see when we'll do a battle.
Yeah.
Because he has a long-range weapon, so he's more effective even if he's behind.
Yeah.
Go to
Yeah.
Cypher.
Thanks.
I love how all it takes to decipher the code is to just press one
Code
button.
deciphered.
No, it's more hilarious in the next scene we're about to see.
Oh, yeah.
But first, a little deviation because there's, items. It's just a Phoenix down, but it's still, useful.
So, me being the unexperienced Final Fantasy guy here, is Phoenix down like the bring person back to life
Yeah.
one?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Push that button over there.
Yeah, push! Bam! Just slammed his fist into it.
I said press the button, not... Well, I forget.
Oh! And he just
Little
walked out of
bit.
my anus.
Little by little, the reactors will drain out all the life, and that will be that.
It's not my problem.
It will be when the world's got no power.
The planet's dying, Cloud.
So, I'll just go to another one. The only thing I care about is finishing this job before security and the robo-guards come.
Rage.
This is so...
Well, fuck it. I'm just gonna go back in your pocket.
Yes.
Bury it in your pocket. That's quite something, actually.
The power of bear.
Yeah, this game basically has 3D models that are still counted as sprites for the field map, but on pre-rendered background. In the same fashion, you can say things like Apes Odyssey or Art of Darkness. But since even at the time, Squaresoft was trying to push the graphics engine to their limits the more they can, they did a more good jobs than other games that try to just have 2D sprites on a 3D field. Of course, the 3D models of the character are still have gone bad.
Final Fantasy VII is the victim of the time it was released. This was back when when PS1 character models looked very bulky. So
they got better with the later PS1 games 8 and 9. I have to, at least for the field model. The battle models are far better than the field models. I have to say that.
Yeah, there's actually a fan mod of the PC version of this game, which puts the battle models into the field.
Yeah, and actually give hands to the character. But yeah, the battle system at its core remains the same that it was in the previous game. There's no class system in this Final Fantasy, but
Push the
you
OK
can
button in front of a wire to grab onto it.
No, Dweebs, I just skipped the tutorials because...
Girl, I don't know what a what is a square button?
Never
It
mind.
was a circle button, whatever. Oh, I don't know. Potion, yay!
Help! I'm kind of stuck up here.
You know, sometimes I wonder, even I can't figure out, what is it about Final Fantasy VII that gives it me much more joy than later Final Fantasy games? Well, granted,
Well, because Final Fantasy has pretty much started kind of going downhill after this one. Like, I mean, we still had 9, but aside from 9, after this, the Final Fantasy started a long, tedious descent into
I thought you
mediocrity.
said you liked 12.
Well, that's the thing. 9 and 12 are exceptions. It's kind of hard, you know. It's mostly because Toriyama and Kitase got in charge, you know. But sometimes when we get a game like 9 or 12, which didn't have neither Kitase nor Toriyama involved, it's actually a good one. But whenever those two are involved, it always turns to crap. It's kind of hard because. Yeah, it's kind of hard. It went downhill, but at the same time we also had 9 and 12, but it's kind of hard to explain. But yeah.
Screw
I forget.
walking to the ladder.
Aside from Final Fantasy XIII, has there ever been a Final Fantasy game that's ever repeated cast members? You know, I mean, from a previous Final
10.
Fantasy game.
10?
10.
The
And
Oh,
also
who
the
did 10 have
Dissidia
it?
games.
10 out of 10 too.
Wait, Dissidia games are... Oh, right.
Because characters that had a voice actor, they had, its voice actor coming back. At
Yeah.
least for the English version. I think the only one who didn't got this original voice actor back was Gilgamesh in Duodecim. He had Patrick something instead of John DiMaggio.
I wasn't talking about voice actors, I was talking more about the characters themselves.
When we blow this place, this ain't gonna be nothing more than a hunk of junk. Cloud, you set the ball.
I don't know anything about setting up.
Shouldn't you do it?
Just do it. I gotta watch to make sure you don't pull nothing.
Christ, Sky.
Fine, be my guest. My god,
Pedro, this next one is
it's-
yours.
Watch
Shout.
out! This isn't just a reactor.
What?
What's wrong?
It will make sense later.
Yeah, it's foreshadowing to something that's gonna happen, Lips.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Also, I have to warn you guys, a lot of the effects in this version are crap for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know what is up with this version I got, but the effects are kinda watered down.
Attack while
And
it's
here's our
still...
first boss.
Quick, Teo. Attack while its tail is up.
Yeah, I will say that. Trust me, Pedro, there will be a more hilarious moment. So yeah, to recap, this boss is really easy. His first attack is basically locking on what he will choose to attack. And his next one, he will either use his rifle or the tail. It doesn't do that much of a damage, and also it contributes to, building up the limit break. So it's really easy, you just need to pummel it down.
Okay, if there's one thing about this game that isn't really thingy to me is it's not the music itself, that's fine. It's the sound quality.
Yeah, like I said, Waves, the sound quality it's better than this. I don't know why, maybe it's just because it's really hard to replicate this type of
No, I mean,
story.
even in the original, proper one, it's
okay.
still kind
No,
of...
no. Dweeb says this on his PS3, so he's heard the music.
Okay.
proper. It's just that the main reason this is MIDI, even though it's on CD, is because Nobuo Uematsu wanted to keep the game from just going into long loading times and stuff like that.
I still think he did a good job. Oh, here it is. Yeah, basically, this is the moment when you need to be careful because, like Cloud says in a bad way, if you attack the boss while he's in this pose, he will counterattack with a pretty much damaging attack.
The problem
with
is the problem is that Final Fantasy VII has a very spotty translation, and because of that, instead of saying he was supposed to say, "Look out! Don't attack while its tail is up." Instead, he said, "Attack while its tail is up."
So it's incredibly
So
misleading.
yeah, overall, this is it's an easy boss if you know what you're doing. You really need to screw up to.
It's one of the times where you absolutely disobey what he says, because it'll actually hurt you.
Fortunately, this is the first boss, so even if you do follow his advice, it shouldn't really give you that much problem.
And also, there was a
Yeah.
save point really before, so it's fine. It was even if you went KO, you could just be right there if you saved it.
I remember
But
my
yeah.
first time playing this, I actually didn't because it looked like he was about to attack.
But yeah, I apologize though because this fight got a little bit longer than I thought it should be. But trust me, it's worth it because there's a weird and both weird and awesome moment right before it ends.
Cool.
Let me guess. He gets destroyed by a magical ball of light.
No. Oh, in the meantime, let me talk about the limits. They were present kind of sort of in Final Fantasy VI, but they were more kind of desperation attack when you had lower HP. Now they're just, limit bars, they're just rage attacks. Oh, here it is. I know it was, I had already selected attack with Cloud, so he was going to attack him, but he missed, so the account didn't count and he didn't counter attack.
So you got lucky.
Yeah, I was about to screw up, but the game decided that it was okay.
Nice.
Oh, interesting.
So yeah, again with the limit, basically each character, almost every character you'll get in this game has 8 limit breaks, 2 for each level, in total 4 levels. Some of them, 2 of them have special requirements, but we'll get that when we will get to those characters. But it's really easy to get the second.
And he turns into red mush.
This
to get
is
the
again.
second limit,
Yeah, go ahead, Theo.
yeah. But to get the second limit break, you need to overuse the first one. In order to get the other ones, you need to kill a lot of enemies, basically.
The thing about
Yeah,
Come on, let's get out of here.
all right, that's something get in your pocket. You get us out of here.